Hello, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the welcome there. It's one of those things that you do sometimes, and you think, well, is it a good idea? But hopefully you managed to cope with it. It's great to have you here. Thank you for being here, and welcome to where are we? We've got LinkedIn Live. We're live on Facebook, and we're also live on YouTube. How cool is that to be able to do it once and benefit from it not only 3 times, so actually literally forever. This recording will be on those platforms forever. I'll be able to use them as a very valuable marketing asset. So welcome. Thank you for your time. We're going to be here only for about 15 minutes. This is not like a 2-hour webinar or anything like that. In fact, it's not even a webinar. I call it a live because I'm live. I'm here now. This is not a recording. It is now 12:32 on Wednesday, the 10th of May, 2023. I nearly said 13 then. I don't know why. 2023. And it's great to be here. My name, in case you don't know me, is Steve Mills. I've been in marketing now. I feel as though it's pretty much all my life, but certainly in business, in the business of marketing and business growth for 28 years. So 28 years on the 1st of May. So just 10 days ago, literally. So it's quite something, I think, to be in business for that long proves that you at least have got a rough idea what you're doing. I like to think so. Today, we've got an interesting subject, I think. It's based on a book. The book is called Think and Grow Rich. It's by a guy called Napoleon Hill, who was commissioned to do some research into why some people are successful and others aren't. And what is the difference? What is the difference between, I don't know, a successful person or a successful business? Why are they successful and why are they not? And Napoleon Hill's research took him, I think it was something like 3 or 4 years. It was done a long time ago, around about again, in my mind, I'm thinking it's 1935, but I could be wrong. But it's back then. It's certainly in the 1930s. And it was undertaken extensively with lots and lots of people being interviewed over a 3-year period. At the end of it, this book was produced. Now, this book has gone on to, I got down here, mine's a really old book, by the way, as you probably gather. I've read it many times. It's all tattered and torn sort of thing. But I'm trying to think how long ago I got it, but it's certainly a long time. And at the time, it said 7 million copies. I bet now it's more. It's a lot more. It's probably more than 10 million copies. I don't really know. But anyway, here it is. That's the book. And I wanted to go through what I took from it, how I benefited from it, and what it did for me, and try and help you to think about that and how you might be more successful and might grow rich. Now, rich obviously doesn't only mean money. It could be rich in terms of your health, or rich in terms of your family, or rich in terms of your diverse life that you live, having traveled the world and done things, and that sort of thing. So I appreciate, rich is not just about money, but today I'm a marketer. I'm here to talk to you about ultimately about how to get more sales and how to turn more of those sales into leads, which is basically what I do. So the first thing that is in the book, and just to clarify, I'm just looking at the book now to make sure I get this right. There are 13 steps, 13 different, I suppose, chapters that he talks about in there, and I've allocated some time to talk to you about 7 of those. So it's not going to be massively in depth. It can't be in a quarter of an hour. But I would recommend go and buy this book. Go and buy. I'm not on commission. I've got no incentive other than to help you. Go and buy this book. It's a great book. You'll get it on Amazon or wherever you want. Go and buy it on eBay. You probably get it for a couple of quid for the best £2 you've ever spent. But anyway. Okay, so the first thing is around this thing in here, thoughts. And I come from a background as an international sportsman. I used to play table tennis at international level. I was a full-time player for 10 years. And the one thing I can tell you that is absolutely true in sport is that it is all up here. When I say it's all, it's not all, but a significant amount of it comes down to what you believe. The difference between somebody when they're, I don't know, playing football and they're just about to take a penalty in front of 50,000 people at Wembley. Some people go up, knowing that they're going to score. Other people go up knowing that they're going to miss. And what happens? You don't need me to tell you. So the thoughts are things. Thoughts produce things. If you're thinking, oh, well, I might go to that networking event, but it probably won't be worth it, you're probably right. Or there's no point. I don't want to push people, so I'm not going to phone them up because it'll be a waste of time. Again, you're probably right. But if you think, no, I'm here to help people, it's my duty. It's my duty to help people, which is what I believe, actually. It's my duty today to get you to book a free meeting with me because I want to help you more, and that's ultimately why I do these things. It's to, hopefully help you, to demonstrate my expertise, to give you some great ideas. But ultimately, what I want is you to book a meeting with me. Why do I want that? So I can help you even more, which I will do in that meeting, by the way. And then we can have a chat at the end of it as to whether you want to pay me for any further help. But either way, you'll have benefited from this and from that meeting. So, thoughts are things. And we need to make sure that we're coming at our business with the right belief system, because without that, we won't do stuff. If you ask me what is the biggest reason marketing fails, I tell you it never gets done. It simply never gets done, or it doesn't get done in the quantities that it needs to be done. I hear people all the time telling me things like, oh yeah, I'm on LinkedIn, and I say, what do you do? I say, well, we post at least once a week, Steve. And I say, give me a break. Once a week, that's not going to get you anywhere, probably. You need to do a lot more than that. You need to be 4 or 5 times a day, not once a week. That's like going to the gym once a week. It ain't really going to do you a great deal of good. Or practicing table tennis once a week might get you to be an average local league player, but it ain't going to get you to be, an international. You need to practice every day. So that's number one. Number two comes down to, and again, this is such a big area I think is missing from most small businesses, coaches, advisors, consultants, and so on. And that is desire. Not desire to succeed, because they all want to, but it's having that focus. What does that even mean? What do they want? When I ask people, excuse me, when I ask people, they often tell me things like, well, I want to grow my business. Okay, well, how much? Well, I don't know. If I grew it by 20% this year, I'd be really happy. Okay, well, that's good. That at least we know now what you want. But without knowing what you want, all roads lead there. Now, I believe that back in when I was a very young man in my early teens, I decided that I was going to be the world table tennis champion. That was never anything other than that. That's what I wanted to be. Now, the truth of the matter is I didn't get anywhere near that level. I beat a few top world class players, but never got anywhere near being a world champion. But my belief is that if my goal would have to be number 6 in England, which I did achieve, then I'd have probably only been 60 in England. You with me? And people talk all the time about having realistic goals. Realistic, let's have a goal that stretches me. Let's have an enthusiastic goal. And that's really what Napoleon Hill talks about. Number 3 is specialized knowledge. Specialized knowledge. If you're a generalist, if you know a bit about what you do, let's say, for example, you're a life coach, or you're a landscape gardener, or you're a garage mechanic. What do most of those people earn? They earn a living. To be really successful, you need to be a specialist. You need to be a specialist, and you need to work with specialists. I'm a specialist in this. I've been doing it 28 years. I've learned my skills from the world's leading sales and marketing experts. I've spent over £150,000 of my own money, and I've spent over 25,000 hours. Can you believe that? It is absolutely true. And therefore, I consider myself to be a specialist in what I know. Not an expert. An expert knows everything, and I clearly don't know everything. But I am a specialist. I really know and understand the subject of business growth. So we need to seek out, or you need to seek out, according to Napoleon Hill, specialized knowledge. That could be knowledge for you. If you want to be a better business owner, if you want to have a better business, be a better business owner. Know more. People tell me all the time, well, I don't really get digital marketing. Well, why not? Because you've not put any time, money, and effort into training yourself in it. And I know time's difficult, but it is nonetheless incredibly important. So, these days we can learn online. I've got a training program called Results Mastery, which is an online training. So you can train yourself when you want, from your office, no problem, £25 a month. And you can gain access to that program with over 250 videos in it, if you want to do that. But there's loads of places you can train yourself. Books are fantastic. Where are we? There we go. Sorry, I'm using a green screen. You probably gather there. So books are brilliant. Go and invest in some books. Absolutely fantastic. The next thing that Napoleon talks about is imagination. Imagination. Well, what's that got to do with growing a business? It's almost, I think, it comes down to thinking time, which is something that so many business owners don't do. They're busy making it, shipping it, selling it, making it, shipping it, selling it, doing this, doing the admin, doing the books, doing the bookkeeping, so busy that they don't ever get time to think, to sit down and go, right, for the next quarter of an hour every day, or every once a week, or whatever you can cope with, I'm gonna think about my business. I'm gonna go walk. Walking's great, isn't it? Going a walk or a jog, or going down the gym and doing some thinking time, I think is a great tool to help us all to become better than we were. And that's really important. Next one, organized planning. You can have great thoughts and desire and specialized knowledge and imagination, allocate some thinking time, but if you're rubbish at planning, you're not really going to get anywhere. And these days there are so many different pieces of fantastic software that will help you, that I can't understand anybody not using one. That's everything from a CRM system to a project management system. We use a fantastic one of both. We use something called Keep from a CRM and email marketing perspective. And then we also use another system called Teamwork, which is a team planning piece of project management software. It's not ours. We just use it for all our clients and for everything that we do. And it makes us, really, really organized. I can wake up in the morning, open it up and go, boom, right, these are the 10 things that I need to do today. So really, really powerful. Next one, number 6, persistence. Again, this is something I see as missing in so many businesses. I get this all the time. Oh, I've tried, and it's almost like fill in the blank. I've tried Facebook advertising, but it doesn't work. Um, I've tried networking, but that didn't work either. I've tried doing email marketing and that didn't work. And what basically that means, what often happens is that people give it a little go and then stop doing it. So, they'll, I mean, I had one guy, he said, I've tried Facebook advertising. It was a waste of money, total waste of money. It's not, doesn't work in our industry. And I said, oh really? Tell me, what did you do? He said, well, I boosted a post. I spent only £10, but I didn't get any business at all. No surprise, Sherlock. You wouldn't. Chances of you spending a tenner and getting loads of business are virtually nil. That's like going, well, I've been down the gym, I've done 10 curls, and I'm still not very fit. It's would be stupid, wouldn't it? But people do that all the time. Or I get the other LinkedIn one. I'm on LinkedIn, but I don't do very much. Well, what do you do? Well, nothing. How much business do you want? Well, none. You got to get yourself down the marketing gym. If you're going to be successful, then if you're persistent, just that one thing out the 7 that I'm going to talk to you about, that one thing is probably the most, but just don't give up. Refuse to lose. Just keep going, keep hammering, pick up the phone. I've got a thing on my phone. Let me see if I can show it you here. There we go. Let's just show you that. Ooh, see if there we go. Pick me up and I'll make you money. That's sitting looking at me all day, every day. And it is true. It's a smartphone, but it's only a smartphone if you pick it up and make calls. Other than that, it's a dumb phone, in my opinion. Okay, I can send emails and do all these other wonderful things with it. But, ultimately, it's money. That phone, talking to people, whether you're doing it on a meeting like I am now, or in person, in a group, or on a one-to-one meeting, nothing could be more powerful than that. So that, I think, again, is a really important thing to do. Be persistent, and you'll be successful. I'd go as strong as to say that. My strategy could be to go out of my house now and spend all the rest of the day just knocking on businesses, knocking on their door, cold calling people. And if I was persistent enough, I'd win business. It might not be the best way of doing it, particularly with everything digital that we can do now, but it would work. I guarantee it. It'd definitely work. It wouldn't be the best way, but it would work. And we need to do that. I hear people all the time tell me, well, I'm in the Chamber of Commerce. I say, oh, right, great. How many meetings do you attend? Well, I've not been yet. Well, how long have you been a member? Oh, 6 months. Give me a break. It ain't going to get you anywhere. So that said, let's move on to number 7, the power of a mastermind group. The power of a mastermind group. Having a group of people that have been there, got the t-shirt, done it, or are actually moving towards it in the same way that you have. Most people, most business owners' mastermind group is their wife or husband, their dad or mum, or their mate down the pub ran a business in their life, or perhaps it's the people who work for them. They're the people who they go to saying, I'm thinking of doing this marketing, or I'm thinking of doing this in my business. What do you think? And the truth is, as good intentions of those people have, they're not experts. They're not even specialists. And my belief, and I know Napoleon Hill's belief, is that you need a mastermind group. By the way, by sheer coincidence, I run a mastermind group. It's called My Results Mastery. We met this morning. We meet every Wednesday, 8 o'clock to 9:30. If you want to find out about that, book a meeting, as it says below. Book a meeting with me, and I'll talk to you about that and what we do and how we do it. And I'll even invite you to come along and give it a try. So that's it. That's everything I wanted to tell you. I hope it's been of value. I hope you've enjoyed it. But mostly, I hope you use it and it gives you real, spend some thinking time thinking about those 7 principles that I mentioned. Just to reiterate, in case you're scrambling around for a pen here, the first one was thoughts. Spend some thinking time about what you want. Second one was desire. Set that goal in there. I've got you can't see it, but just over there on my wall are my 5 goals for 2023. And I can see them every day, all day. And they're not only business goals, by the way. One of them is actually a weight loss goal. I want to, lose about 3 stone. I want to get back to my fighting weight at table tennis because I want to win. I want to be the England over 60s. I know you're thinking, surely you can't be over 60. I say that very tongue-in-cheek. But I want to be the England over 60s table tennis champion. And so to do that, I need to lose a reasonable amount of weight, let's say. I need to lose about 4 stone. So, I think it's really, really important for everybody in order to move that forward and think about what you're doing. That's it. So thank you. If you do want to book a meeting, obviously go to steve-mills.com. You'll see big gold buttons. Click on that. That gives you access to my diary. You can find a time that's convenient for you and you can book a meeting. It'd be great to meet up in person. Thanks very much for listening, and look forward to speaking to you next time. I do these every day, Monday to Friday, 12:30. So I'll see you tomorrow. And don't forget, sign up to my podcast, follow me on YouTube, connect to me on LinkedIn, and I look forward to speaking soon. Thanks very much for listening.